Hello and welcome to I-24 News Sports Weekend Edition with some of the best stories we had in our magazine this past week. We begin here in Israel, where hand-to-hand combat, Krav Maga, as it is known in Hebrew, gains more and more popularity. For some, it's something they started to develop while in the army. For others, a form of sport. And for others, just another form of self-protection. Sasha Rubo and Michael Friedman give us a look at this thriving culture.
The Israeli Defense Force sport Krav Maga emerged in the 1950s under the leadership of Emi Lichtenfeld, a former wrestler who immigrated to Israel from Czechoslovakia. At present, the sport has more than 25,000 followers around the world, as well as in military and secret services that utilize self-defense. Kobe Lichtenstein is one of the greatest masters of this art, which he began practicing at a young age.
I started Krav Maga at 3 years old. I was Emi's pupil, the man who was responsible for my success. He's my family and trained me. I began years ago, and it has been a part of my life until today.
In 1990, when Kobe was 26 years old, the great master Lichtenfeld had him move to South America to develop the Israeli martial art and teach a variety of students.
Brazil welcomed Krav Maga very well. Since many people are afraid to walk the streets there, this becomes a great opportunity for everyone. We had more than 10,000 students, whether civilian, police, or even soldiers. Krav Maga is important for people of all ages, whether young or old. It gives everyone a feeling of protection. Some are even over the age of 80.
Kobe Lichtenstein has already used his athletic skills to defend himself. Unlike other martial arts, Krav Maga is primarily based on the principle of self-defense, whose main purpose is to stay unharmed.
In addition to giving confidence, Krav Maga gives the ability to measure up to the reality of the street. If you can defend yourself against the dangers that you may meet on the street, then you'll get home in peace. And that is the main purpose of Krav Maga, to give students the opportunity to return home safe and sound.
Kobe Lichtenstein believes he will leave Brazil eventually and hopes to return to Israel one day, the place where he grew up and where he learned so much from his master, Emi Lichtenfeld.
The Australian Open is being played these days in Melbourne. All the big names in the sport are battling it out for the prestigious trophy, which brings along very big money. The prize at the Australian Open is now the highest of any tennis tournament. How did that happen? Look for the answers in the Persian Gulf. The United Arab Emirates saw how neighboring Qatar takes over every corner of global sports with their oil money, so they decided to do exactly the same. Their petrodollars pay for Real Madrid and Arsenal, and Liz Barenbaum and Daniel Roth tell us how they're now also taking over the world of tennis.
The UAE has continued its crusade to become a major player in world sports. The newest weapon, a seemingly bottomless chest that allows it to buy the biggest sports competitions. The Australian Open is the first Grand Slam of the new year, and the players collect €28 million, a prize which has doubled over the past 70 years. This is also thanks to a lucrative multi-year contract with the Emirates airline. The number one player in the world knows that the competition is very challenging and hopes to take this huge prize.
120 players want to prove that they deserve to be in this tournament, and they have, of course, huge motivation to win against the top players. So that's something that is obviously keeping us all cautious, and we have to have a right and humble approach to the tournament. So I'll take it one match at a time.
Year after year, the financial expansion of the four major tennis tournaments increases. In October 2014, the organizers of the Australian Open announced an increase of 3.3 million Australian dollars, and the contract with Dubai has allowed a growth of around 10%. There are now 40 million Australian dollars to be awarded the stars of the competition, a sum which has also grown since 2007. Since 2013, the top winners saw exponential gains. In 2013, the winners claimed €1,595,000. Then in 2014, €1.74 million. And now in 2015, the men and women will net €2 million. This is another motivation for the athletes.
It would be really great. I've been going for number 6 for a number of years now. But it would be really special for me. I would be really happy, and God, I would want it. I want it, I think, more than than anyone else here, but that doesn't mean I'm going to get it, so I have to fight hard to get it.
Even losing in the first round will earn a player €23,700, and this is not the only Australian tournament that will benefit from the Gulf state. The Emirates continues expanding in tennis. After Roland Garros and the US Open, the airline also sponsors the Hopman Cup and tournaments in Brisbane, Sydney, and Adelaide in what is now called the Emirates Australian Open Series. Last year's Wimbledon winners Novak Djokovic and Petra Kvitova pocketed a whopping €2.14 million each. The US Open also announced an upcoming increase in its payout. However, the poorest tournament is the Roland Garros, whose winners Rafael Nadal and Maria Sharapova received only €1.65 million. The Australian Open is gradually becoming one of the most attractive Grand Slams. Even at 45 degrees in the shade, players look to excel and capture the trophy.
Now, as the week is ending, we look back at the big winners of the past week. One is a motorsport hero, the other is a skiing legend, and the third just doesn't stop surprising us every time he steps on the football pitch. Here's Michael Friedman with our stars of the week.
With a lot of excitement around the sports world this week, we witnessed 3 stellar athletes accomplish greatness. So who's your favorite athlete of the week? Lindsey Vonn, Mark Coma, or Lionel Messi? American alpine skier Lindsey Vonn showed off her ability at the Cortina d'Ampezzo slopes as she set a new record in the Women's Alpine Skiing World Cup, winning her 63rd victory in the competition. The American first equaled the 35-year-old record set by Anne-Marie Proel, and then showed off her speed in the next race as she glided down the mountain to surpass the Austrian. As she completed the race, she looked up to find out she made history. Afterwards, Vonn had her golfer boyfriend Tiger Woods by her side to congratulate her. And what better way to celebrate than with a bottle of champagne and splashing it all around? The talented female athlete looks to have it all. And next, we move to the 37th Dakar Rally, which finished in Argentina. With 420 racers riding through South America in the categories of motorcycles, quads, cars, and trucks, only 216 made it to the finish line. Of the 79 motorbikes standing at the end, it would be the experienced Mark Coma to capture his 5th Dakar title. The Spanish driver had to overcome obstacles along the way and made repairs to his bike, but it wouldn't stop him from winning in Buenos Aires. Coma was smiling as he lifted the 2015 Dakar Rally trophy. And lastly, there's the almighty Lionel Messi. The remarkable striker led his Barca side to victory once again as he earned his 30th hat-trick for the club. Messi's first strike came in the 10th minute, applying a strong header to a precise delivery from Ivan Rakitic. Later in the first half, the team displayed great ball movement on the pitch, and Luis Suarez assisted Messi as he scored inside the 6, leaving the keeper helpless. The Argentine then completed the treble with a low shot into the far corner in the 62nd minute to cap off a perfect night. With celebrations around the team, it was another memorable match for the Barca hero. Each of these athletes were impressive in their own sport, whether it's the talented female skier Lindsey Vonn, the speed rider Mark Coma, or hat-trick scoring Lionel Messi. You decide your favorite athlete of the week.
If we take a trip down memory lane and go back 15 years, one of the biggest names we'll find is that of David Ginola. The Frenchman had some great days in the Premier League, especially in Tottenham, but since his retirement he has been out of the public eye. Well, now he's back. Ginola presented his rather bizarre candidacy to be the next FIFA president. What is the real motive behind his move? Michael Friedman tries to explain.
With the FIFA elections happening in Zurich in May, candidates are stepping up and declaring their intention to overtake the most powerful man in football, Sepp Blatter. Jerome Champagne, who has served as an executive at FIFA, was the only opponent for some time, but now we have the vice president of FIFA, Prince Ali bin Al Hussein of Jordan, and newly emerged seeker David Ginola, who launched Team Ginola. The former French international footballer is the new prospective FIFA president who holds the beautiful game in his heart.
I'm here today to talk about love. I'm here today to ask you about passion. I'm here to share some of the most powerful emotions all of us have experienced. Because that's what football means to me, you, and the billions of fans spread all over the planet.
FIFA have been under great scrutiny for much time over their transparency and lack of ability to give football fans someone to admire. But Ginola comes with a platform based on a better and more respected FIFA for the world to see, and maybe he can be the man for the job.
I want FIFA to be seen as and be set as an example, as an example all around the world, for the people to say, well, look at FIFA, look at the president, what he's doing right now is the right thing for the people, because football, as I said, belongs to the people.
However, many believe Ginola is doomed as he is seen as a publicity stunt. The man has been said to have little understanding of the shark-infested world of FIFA politics and was paid £250,000 by bookmaking firm Paddy Power to enter the race. His lack of knowledge has also been seen negatively by his competitors.
There has never been too many candidates nor eccentric ones, and now individuals without a plan have declared their interest, and gold diggers openly use FIFA for their own benefit, rather than being of service.
With just 2 weeks left for the potential candidates to put their name in the ring, his timing can also be seen as suspicious. Ginola and the other FIFA candidates will have a challenging endeavor if they hope to beat the infamous Blatter.
And Michael joins us here in the studio. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
So, no doubt as to Ginola's qualities as a player. I remember him playing. But this, it doesn't look good, this beat. And then the allegations of money come in. It makes it look like a joke that's not even funny.
It looks very fishy. It appears to be a big mockery of football, and it shows that once again, money can buy you anything. He's going in there with the amount of money he's being given for this. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll go and run. But with what credentials, what background does he have? None whatsoever. And everyone who's watching it sees this as just another publicity stunt. And the organization that he's going in with, Paddy Power, it's just one of many publicity stunts that they're used to. So most
here we are mentioning their names, so they did something right.
It's doing something well for their organization,
Absolutely.
But for FIFA in general, it doesn't look too good.
And this whole FIFA elections don't look good because up until very recently, we only had one candidate, Jérôme Champagne, who announced he'll run against Blatter. Now we have three. One of them, it doesn't look good. Somehow, any process that FIFA is involved in, whether it's choosing a venue for the World Cup or in elections, somehow things look twisted. Always end up twisted.
They can't do anything right, it appears. These guys coming in, no one really has any sort of any chance whatsoever against someone like Sepp Blatter. And this guy has been running the organization for so long that he has the organization inside and out, being under his fingertips. So it's unfortunate because you would like to see something, more transparency, as Michel Platini has said, but time and time again it's a negative look for FIFA.
Now, we look at David Ginola, obviously, as not a serious candidate. On the other hand, Jérôme Champagne, he is a serious man. He was a FIFA executive. Prince Ali bin Hussein from Jordan, vice president of FIFA. They are serious candidates, but as you're saying, running against this mechanism that's basically called Sepp Blatter, he runs things, it looks almost as if there's no chance whatsoever.
Of course, and you can say Michel Platini, who with UEFA, he would have the best chance of anybody to run against him.
And that's a big profile name, a huge player from the past.
Exactly, and if he's not even going to run for president of FIFA because he believes that there's no way that anyone can overturn or get past Sepp Blatter, then what point is there? And he feels, at least with UEFA, there's something going right there. And the shark-infested tank that's going on with the FIFA organization, there's no one in sight that can overtake him.
Now the elections are set for May 29th. The final deadline to present candidacies is January 29th. Should we expect any other names, serious or non-serious?
I'd be very surprised to hear of any new person coming up. There's very little time left. This was already made somewhat of a joke with how Ginola came in with so little time left. So if you were a serious candidate, you would have put your name in the running, I would imagine, a while back. So I would be surprised to see if anyone else is coming in anytime soon. So
as we said, basically elections, nice democracy, next president will probably be the current president.
Sepp Blatter, once again, would be the president, and there will be no change whatsoever. FIFA will continue just the way it is.
Absolutely. The man, you can like him, you can dislike him. He knows how to manage politics. Michael Friedman, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
And that's it for this weekend edition. Don't forget, you can watch this and every other show on our website at i24news.tv. We're also on Facebook and on Twitter. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.